Hi, this is Jaya. Now we shall see the summary of the prologue to the Canterbury Tales. Since it's a very lengthy tale, I've divided the prologue into small parts so that it will be easy for you to understand. And I'm going to read the original book and I'm going to explain. So we'll go line by line and we'll understand better. Come, let's go to the tales. Chaucer gives a line of introduction to his Canterbury Tales. He says, "Here beginneth the book of the tales of Canterbury." So he says, now we are going to go into the stories which were told while we went to Canterbury. And Canterbury is a place where Saint Thomas S. Becket's tomb is kept. And so when they were going for the pilgrimage, here he is giving an introduction to the tales of the Canterbury Tales. So he starts like this. When that April with his showers sweet. So he says when April comes, it comes with his showers, that is with the rain, which are very sweet. The drought of March hath pierced to the root. And what this rain does is, that sweet showers of rain will do is, it will pierce the dry ground of March. So in March, the land was dry. So when April comes along with rain, which pierces the ground, the dry ground, to the roots, and bathe every vein in sweet liquor. And what it will do is, it will go and give a bath to each and every vein of the root with its sweet liquor. So here the sweet liquor is rain, of which virtue engendered is the flower. This flower must be, we have to pronounce it as Flower. And because of this rain, the plants are able to produce flowers. So virtue here means the rain. And when Zephyrus eke with his sweet breath, here Zephyrus means west wind. So he says when the west wind comes with its sweet breath. So when the west wind comes to this, in April only we'll have the west wind also. Inspired hath in every halt and heath the tender crops. So what will happen is, when the west wind comes, who all will get inspired is, here halt means forest and heath means fields. Tender crops is a small tender leaves, small plants. So when this west wind comes, who all will get inspired, who all will get a new life is the forest, the field and the tender crops. And the young sun hath in the ram his half course run. And he says, and the young sun, the sun, hath in his ram, in his way, in a race, he has already passed half the time. So it is crossed noon. Actually, he is trying to say it is almost evening. And small fowls make in melody that sleep in all the night with open eye. Here fowls is birds. So he says, and small birds, they are making melody. They are singing that they were singing all the night while we were sleeping, and they were open eyes. They were opening their eyes and they were singing throughout the night. So since evening is approaching, again these birds are all ready to make their melody. So pricketh them nature in his courage. He says this is the way nature pricks us, makes us happy. Them means makes them happy. That is, the nature makes everything happy around. Then longen folks to go on pilgrimage. So when nature is so very happy, when the birds are going to produce melodious songs, when the rain is going to come and make the earth so wet, that is the time when the folks, that is the people, will long to go on pilgrimages. I told you pilgrimage is a that is, if you are going to religious places, we will say it's a pilgrimage. We will not say I'm going for a tour. We will not say I'm going on a voyage, I'm going to travel. You will say I'm going on a pilgrimage. And palmers for to seek strange sounds. Here palmeries means professionals, great people, rich people, professionals like lawyers, doctors and all that. They all will seek, they all will try to go to strange strands, that is to faraway places, to new places. Strange places means foreign places, to places which they have not gone so far. To far halves known in sundry lands, and they'll go far off places. They won't go to any places which is only close by. They will go to distant places known in sundry lands, where all they have come to know in this land, and especially from every shire end of England to Canterbury they went. Shires is like we are saying towns, cities, villages, no? Like if you go to England, we'll find all the places ending with shire, like Yorkshire, uh, like that only names will be. So what will happen is he's saying particularly, especially from every shire end of England, from every nook and corner of England, they will try to go to Canterbury. They went. They will all want to go to Canterbury. Canterbury, already I told you, it's a place where Thomas S. Becket, his Tom is there. He's a martyr, and the holy blissful martyr fought to seek. Why they are going is they want to go and get the blessing of the holy blessed martyr. So they are seeking to go and get the blessings of this holy martyr, that him hath hope help when that they were sick, because they all had got his help when they were sick, when they were not doing well. It was to him they prayed, and he helped them when they were sick. And befell that in that season on a day. So he says in that particular season, this April month, everyone will try to go to pilgrimage, and that also all those who are in England will go to Canterbury. It will be one of the pilgrim destination for them. And he says in such a season on one day, in Southwark at the Tabard as I lay, I was lying down in the Tabard Inn. Inn means a place where you will stay, like a hotel, and it is in Southwark. Please be very careful about these minute details. If you're going for any competitive examinations, these questions may come. Ready to wend in on my pilgrimage. So I was ready to go on my pilgrimage. So I have also come to this place only to go for a pilgrimage to Canterbury with full devout courage. And where I am going to go is, I am going to go with full devoutness to Canterbury. At night we come into that hostelry. So he says that is like a hostelry means inn only. He says at night people came, and how many? Well, 9 and 20 in a company. And he says 9 and 20 means 29 people came in a group. Company here means a group. They came of sundry folk. They were all not of the same type. They were different various sorts of people. And pilgrims were they all. By Aventry ye fall. He says by chance, that is, they don't seem as though they all had any connection with each other. So by chance only they should have all formed into one group in fellowship. They all came as a group, as friends. And pilgrims were they all. And I found out that they all are going on a pilgrimage. So they were all pilgrims. That toward Canterbury olden ride, and they were all riding towards Canterbury. That was the intention. The chambers and the stables were wide. Chambers here means rooms, and stables is where they'll keep the horse. In those days all they had to travel only by horse. So he says the rooms in this inn and the stables, they are all wide, they are all very spacious. So 29 of them had come, and there was enough space for all of them. And we were in east at best. East is we were able to take rest at the best. So we were taken care of in the best way in that Tabard Inn. And shortly when the sun was to rest. So he says it was almost evening was about to get over. So within a short time the sun will also set. So had I spoken with them everyone. And he's saying in that time I spoke with every one of them, that I was of her fellowship anon. Anon means immediately. And the way we all mingle with each other, I became one of their friends immediately, and made forward early for to rise. And I agreed to rise up early the next day, to take our way there as I devise. Why I agreed to get up early is so that we will take our way, that is, we will start our journey as you devise, which I am going to tell you people. But nonetheless, while I have time and space, but he says, while I'm having time and when I'm getting this opportunity, because we are going to get up only the next morning and go, and now I have time and I also have this opportunity, and that I further in this tale space. So I'm going to tell you the story, but before I go into the story, I want to tell you, me thinketh it accordant to resound to tell you all the condition. I think it is reasonable to tell you people about these circumstances, because I am seeing 29 of them and I am going to tell you the story. So I am seeing them and I've spoken to them, I've understood them, and I think it is reasonable that you people also should know what I saw of each of them, so as it seemed to me. And I'm going to tell you about each and every one of, I'm going to tell you people about each and every one of them as how I saw them or how I understood about them, and what I'm seeing and what I've understood, that I'm going to tell you, and which they were in and of what degree. So from what they are and what degree means a social standard, whether they are of a royal family or whether they belong to the clergy or whether any professional. So what they are and what social class they belong to, and in what array that they were in. Array is the clothings, and also about the clothings that they were wearing. And at a night that will I first begin. So I'm going to start with the night. So he's going to describe each and every one of the pilgrims who had come there, and he says, I'll start with the night. I'll end this video with this, and I'll continue in the second part. Like the video, share with your friends, and if you're not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. And while subscribing, don't forget to press the bell button. Only then you will get the notification of all my videos as soon as I post them. Thank you.